Night slowly falls over the city, and where there's night, there's adventure. On an abandoned construction site, our crew moves in silence, ready to capture every moment of this daring journey. Beneath my feet, deep in the earth, lie secrets of the past. Tonight I'm heading into a tomb of time, hidden far below the streets of Paris. Trains are running over there and people are living their lives in those houses. Meanwhile, we are quietly making our way to the entrance. These doors, cleverly concealed by ivy, won't keep us out. We are always one step ahead. We're in. There are motion sensors here, but it looks like this one isn't working. Alright, let's head down. Our team's already gone ahead. Until recently, this place was heavily guarded, hiding chalk mines, where traces of industrial revolutions, World War II tragedies, and modern art installations all intersect. I'm really curious about these wires. What are they for? Is there lighting down here? Let's find out. These cables run deeper, leading to a lower level, where the ceilings grow higher, revealing a more spacious underground world. Well, the ceilings aren't that high, but you can still feel the scale of the place. This 8-kilometer tunnel system was built over 130 years ago, when white chalk was mined here. Mining operations stopped after World War I, but during World War II, these shafts were used for weapon production and as shelters. Today they stand as a scientific landmark and a venue for cultural events, when explorers like us keep uncovering their historical legacy. It's a truly unique feeling being in a place like this. Powerful, intense. The night is ahead of us and there's a lot of ground to cover, but we are ready. Check out this spiral staircase. Below us should be the legendary Paris Catacombs. That's where I'm headed. This spot has served its purpose and it's time to go deeper. In 1943, local workers deliberately sabotaged German equipment here, preventing the invaders from setting up on an underground factory. This act of resistance still holds its secrets to this day. Man, it's actually pretty cold down here. Should have dressed warmer. Underground, the temperature stays at around 15 degrees Celsius all year round. Let's keep moving. Time won't wait for us. These walls weren't built all that long ago, but the mines themselves hide countless secrets, from hidden metro entrances to pathways leading into entirely different systems. Sometimes you can travel through these historic tunnels back and forth without ever surfacing. Just think. This iron door right here separates this system from the actual catacombs. The Paris Catacombs are a sprawling labyrinth, and their galleries have claimed many lives. Accidents here often involve falls, drowning in flooded sections, or simply getting lost in the maze. Tons of debris and cave-ins have caused fatal injuries to those who let their guard down. Even experienced explorers face the constant risk of disorientation and unpredictable dangers lurking in these dark corridors. Here comes the water, but I came prepared. I brought rubber boots with me. Without proper preparation and the right gear, it's better not to come down here. The risks are just too high. These are polished hazmat suit overboots. They were once used for protection against chemical weapons. Today they'll keep me safe from the cold water in these old dumb tunnels. Off, crying out loud! The total length of officially explored and mapped tunnels is around 300 kilometers. However, the actual length could be significantly greater, as many sections remain unexplored and hidden from the public. The exact boundaries of the catacombs are still unknown, with new galleries being discovered occasionally. Good thing we brought these rubber boots. They proven to be absolutely essential here. Groundwater has flooded these tunnels, seeping through cracks and crevices. And even with the thin protection of the hazmat suit boots, I can feel how powerless a person is against the forces of nature underground. How much time would we have to find an exit if the corridor suddenly started filling with water? At moments like this, you begin to feel truly vulnerable, realizing we're just a small group. Even with our experience and gear, you must respect this element and remain vigilant at all times. The magic of these catacombs is in their endlessness. Every urban explorer in Paris gets a thrill, not just from being here, but from the sheer scale. These tunnels can be wandered for days on end. I know people who bring sleeping mats and bags and spending several days underground exploring. Street names here are mirrored according to their locations above us. On the walls, you'll find markings that show which street or district lies directly overhead. This kind of simplifies navigation on secret maps. We've been here for 2 hours and we've only covered this tiny stretch. Just look at the entire map. The scale is truly mind-blowing. Now add to that the challenges of flooded or collapsed sections, and you get a number that approaches infinity.
Wow!
This is the exact well from the movie. As above, so below. It's possible that there's another underground lava hidden under the water. Yeah, if you fall in here, it's definitely not going to be good. You're walking underground like this, never knowing what you're going to encounter. I'm turning on turbo mode with a flashlight. It is stunning. Alright, let's keep going. There's this interesting smell here, like we're in an underground stream, and I also get the feeling that we're crawling beneath some massive castle. All these walls remind me of a classic castle. And here we are, like knights in rubber armor, with flashlights instead of swords, fighting against the darkness, heading straight into unknown secrets.
Wow, look at that!
Yo, what's that over there? I can hear people walking up there. If someone were to fall down here, they'd probably never be scraped off the floor. I'm guessing it's about 15 meters high. We have already gone pretty deep, and with every step we're heading even further down. These are line isolators or wiring conduits mounted on the ceiling to protect from moisture and short circuits. Is that a staircase up there? The catacombs are dotted with emergency exits like this one. Each one has a cut-off or missing ladder, so you can't go up or down easily. The entire catacomb system in Paris is like a massive creative space where underground explorers and artists have the freedom to express themselves. And this right here is one of the rooms where we can see a composition like that. It's impossible to count how many people have gotten lost in these tunnels. They've had to wait for help for days, trapped without light, drinking water from the floor, and with no idea what time of day it was. I've certainly spent a good part of my life exploring places like this, but in this case, it's better to trust a professional who knows the ropes. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a hidden hall. We're looking for a hidden hall with a killer vibe. This is Dima and his friend Celtic, a true Parisian. They've been united by their love of exploring underground places for about 7 years. But something's off. You can tell they're a bit confused right now. Looks like we've strayed from the path. Anyway, here we are at Rouflet. We're looking for a hidden hall, Côte d'Apiac. It's over there to the left, northwest. Ah, we found it.
Вот.
Behind this hole is the exact kind of atmospheric hole we're looking for. We can hang out here for a bit. But our guides definitely know what they're doing. It's no surprise considering they've dedicated themselves to this cause. We follow them with respect, appreciating their contribution to the development of the humble underground exploration culture. There are few of us, those who live with the spirit of adventure, and we have to stick together. But due to the illegal nature of our activities, finding like-minded people is not easy. Friends are nearly impossible to make. Everyone is too secretive and cautious when it comes to forming new connections. We are lucky that today we are being guided by experienced individuals. We are doubly fortunate that they are willing to be filmed and share their story. In the 18th and 19th centuries, Paris faced a major problem with overcrowded cemeteries. There was no free space left, neither in the city center nor outside Paris. At one point near the Châtelet House area, home to the main cemetery of the Innocents, there was literally no room left. Corpses began to fall into people's basements. Of all the galleries with bones, only 1.5 kilometers was opened as a museum, where everything was arranged beautifully with sculptures. Today, in other parts of the catacombs, under the cemeteries, you can still encounter authentic bones. For now, we finish our beer, enjoy and leave.
Enjoy Paris Catacombs from Paris with love.
After a short break, these underground tunnels challenge us once again, testing our endurance and determination. Tunnel is low, forcing us to move hunched over. Everywhere there's a slippery rock mixed with water. I'm trying not to get any dirtier than I already am, but here it's almost impossible. The catacombs of Paris are a place steeped in a mystery, where silence holds secrets. During World War II, they became a refuge for members of the French resistance. Narrow tunnels not only offered protection, but also served as strategic hideouts. In the 1970s, the catacombs emerged as a gathering spot for Parisian youth. Despite the ban on visiting them imposed in 1955, brave individuals continued to organize underground parties. These clandestine excursions sparked the rise of the subculture of cataphiles, people devoted to exploring and documenting these mysterious underground spaces. Today, the official part of the catacombs is open to visitors, but it constitutes only a small part of the entire labyrinth. True adventurers are drawn to the closed sections, where darkness, history and risk reign. I really like the underground. It also has its own architectural features. Circles, squares, streets, intersections. And this is what makes this tunnel special. Look. Where else will you find an octopus drawing carved into the wall? Freedom of expression here intertwines with history. The plaque displays Latin words. Dry bones, listen to the word of the Lord, I will put my spirit within you. These phrases touch the soul, creating a unique atmosphere.
Для сварки. И потом так делают.
To further feel the history, I plan to abandon modern lighting. I want to experience firsthand how it was before, without long-distance LEDs. Now we don't even need flashlights. Look what we have. It's a carbide lamp. We're like true classic underground explorers. Cataphiles. And again, a street sign. It's not that hard to get lost here, really. Well, if you don't know the details, it's pretty easy. We merged with the silence and solitude. Dampness and darkness became our companions, but not our friends. Dangerous forces can't be considered friends, but can we learn to interact with them? Can these unwelcoming, cold and rough walls become a corner of magic that offering hope? What must be done to create a magical aura even in the most inhospitable and gloomy parts of these labyrinths? Perhaps it's enough to simply burn from within, so that the light of one's inner fire illuminates the way.
Love is brightest in the dark.
This is a real adventure. With the carbide lamp in hand, it feels like we're stepping back in time. I'm truly a classic digger now. And it's so high up there. Lucky for us, the gate is open right now. It feels like we're heading to meet Satan himself. Luckily, he's not home. And while the owners is absent, we'll go take a look at his collection of paintings, securely hidden among hundreds of twists and turns. This place is called the Graduate Gallery. Every year, graduates of the École des Mines school choose a group of students to create a painting in the catacombs of Paris. This tradition links the school with these underground places, as the school itself is actively involved in the study of underground cartography. Students learn how to navigate through underground mazes and how to use these spaces for various scientific and practical purposes. Wandering through these corridors can go on forever, losing track of time and direction, but our goal is already close, and each step brings us closer to it. If you listen carefully, in this thick silence, you can hear a faint, barely discernible whisper. It's the ghosts trapped here for eternity. In this sticky darkness, their souls yawning in solitude. They call on me, asking for attention, so that someone may remember them in this silent oblivion. I'm crawling through the hidden passage left by local explorers, carefully and respectfully approaching those who are calling me. This is the place where history and mystery intertwine. In essence, this is what we came here for. Real human bones. So well. This is my first time touching the remains of people who have long been gone. I can't say I believe much in mysticism, but here, in this place, I can feel the energy of the souls surrounding me. They are trying to say something, but their words, their whispers, I cannot understand. What are they trying to warn me about? It's hard to describe the silence and atmosphere here. You're literally standing on the bones of people, very mixed emotions. It's very strange. Just insane. So many human fates right under my feet. I'm not sure how appropriate it is to do something like this in such a place. Look, it's crazy. They turned human lives into some kind of art object. A part of the lives of those whose bodies found their final resting place here leaves a mark that cannot be ignored. I feel a sense of responsibility to this place and its history. So I believe I must treat it with deep respect and reverence. We leave this sacred place, where the body rests in eternity, and continue on our way. We can switch to handlet flashlights now. The historical part is coming to an end. There shouldn't be any more water ahead, so I take off my shoe covers. And once again, the space transforms. From mines to catacombs, and from catacombs to modern underground structures. But these tunnels are just the beginning. Now another story and a new high await us. Humanity builds, digs, changes the world around them, but death remains beyond our control. We create magnificent structures, but we cannot avoid the inevitable. Yet we are alive, and alive twice, because we breathe through what we do. And just like that, every time crawling through these dirty pipes. But I don't mind, I actually enjoy it. When you do something like this your whole life, you adapt to the professional quirks. My backpack's a little dirty and got some stains. We are moving into one of the sewer collectors, or rather part of its ventilation system. This shaft is a bit filled with trash, but we didn't come here for a cleanup. It's time to get out of here. You have to be careful not to fall here. Under a big city you can travel connecting completely incompatible structures along the route. And my last secret goal for today wraps up my long and difficult journey. But there's a grate here, and I'm not planning to break anything. Looks like I have to squeeze through somehow. And what do they expect putting a lock here? What's the point of it? It's funny, look. This is the San Martin Canal. It stretches for almost 5 kilometers with 2 of them underground. It was built by Napoleon's order to transport goods and provide drinking water to Paris. Today, the canal is used for stormwater drainage and as a transport route for some boats. It has lost its industrial significance, but continues to serve as an important part of the city's infrastructure. The underground part of the canal helps prevent flooding. There are even stations, docks, traffic lights, and schedules for a boat movement. Look at this interesting thing. What do you think is above us right now? A church? Or is it an underground passage? Maybe the metro? Or the basements of some buildings? Leave your answer in the comments. Alright, let's keep going. Look, actually I'm really happy. We've made such a huge and difficult journey, and now we're emerging from underground, from history to rise to the surface. From ancient constructions to modern buildings. We emerge to the surface through what's called a portal. I glance one last time at these signs telling me how to behave here, but I have my own standards, filming these movies boldly, grinning at the surveillance cameras. The catacombs are behind us. We've journeyed from the shadows of the past to step into a new legend of Paris at the city's summit. But will we be able to conquer this height? Will we overcome all the challenges? So this door has an alarm. We open it and immediately run. We're just warming up. The most exciting part is ahead. This is URBANX project.